In Salem, love and loyalty can crumble faster than a DiMera secret. This week on Days of Our Lives, the storm centers on one man, Chad DiMera. After months of grief, guilt, and emotional whiplash, Chad's world is about to implode once again. His son, Thomas, just wanted to help heal his broken heart. But as fans know, in Salem, even the best intentions can turn into total disasters. From fake relationships to digital dating gone wrong, Chad's life is spiraling toward chaos. And when a DiMera loses control, someone always gets burned. So grab your coffee, your theories, and maybe a box of tissues, because we're diving deep into the emotional wreckage of Disaster Unleashed. Chad's life in ruins. Every disaster begins with good intentions, and this one starts with a child's heartbreak. Thomas DiMera has always looked up to his father, Chad, the strong, devoted man who once moved heaven and earth for love. But when Thomas discovered that Chad lied about dating Kat Green, that image shattered like glass. It wasn't just the lie. It was who it was about, Kat, the woman pretending to be Abigail, the mother Thomas still mourns. Rachel Black's revelation ripped through the DiMera home like a storm, reopening wounds neither father nor son were ready to face. For Thomas, it wasn't just betrayal, it was confusion, fear, and the sinking realization that his family's perfect picture was cracking. That's when Jeremy Horton stepped in, calm, grounded, and surprisingly wise. He didn't tell Thomas what to feel. He listened, and in that quiet space, something shifted. Thomas began to believe that maybe his father deserved another chance at happiness, just not with Kat. If Chad couldn't find love on his own, maybe Thomas could help him. Maybe technology could heal what grief had broken. So he made a choice, a small, innocent, fateful choice, to guide his father toward love again through a dating app. A sweet gesture from a loving son, but in Salem, every noble act hides the seed of a coming tragedy. Now picture this. Chad DiMera, the grieving widower of Salem, staring at his phone late at night, hesitant thumb hovering over a glowing screen. A man torn between past and future, about to enter the modern world of love with a single swipe. At first, it feels absurd. A DiMera, one of Salem's most powerful names, searching for romance through an app? Even Jeremy jokes about it. One date, he tells Chad. For Thomas. For closure. But in Salem, nothing is ever just one date. Chad agrees, half-heartedly. He uploads a photo, serious eyes, unsure smile, and begins the search. Each profile he scrolls past feels empty, unreal. Until one catches his attention. A name he doesn't recognize. A face that feels familiar. Too familiar. Could it be a coincidence? Or could fate, or perhaps something darker, be playing tricks again? Rumors are swirling that the app may malfunction, that Chad could accidentally match with Kat herself. Imagine that moment. The screen flashes, her name appears, and the blood drains from his face. But whether it's a glitch or a setup, one thing's certain, this digital experiment will spiral out of control. Because in Salem, technology doesn't bring connection. It brings chaos. And when Chad opens that door, he won't just be swiping for love, he'll be swiping straight into the heart of his own unfinished story. Kat Green. The woman Salem can't stop talking about, and the one Chad DiMera can't stop feeling. She's part mystery, part mirror, a woman who dared to impersonate Abigail DiMera, not for fame, not for malice, but from an aching desire to fill an emotional void. Her deception was unforgivable, yet it exposed something raw inside Chad, the part of him still chained to memory. Because when Kat looked at him, she didn't just see a man. She saw a widower still haunted by ghosts. And Chad, in turn, saw fragments of Abigail in every movement, every glance, every trembling word. That's what makes her unforgettable, not love, but unfinished emotion. He hates what she did, but he can't escape the feeling that she's the only person who understands his loneliness. So what happens when fate, or technology, pulls them back together? Fans are already whispering theories. Some say Kat will appear on the app under a fake name, testing whether Chad's heart has truly moved on. Others think it'll be the system itself, an algorithm gone wrong, matching two broken souls who were never meant to reunite. But when that match appears, it won't be romance. It'll be a spark striking gasoline, because when grief meets desire, it doesn't heal. It burns. And that's the tragedy of Chad and Kat. No matter how far apart they drift, their hearts always find their way back to the same fire. Behind the chaos of love and deception lies the real heartbeat of this story, the fragile bond between a father and his son. Thomas's anger isn't just about betrayal. It's fear, pure, childlike fear. Fear of being left behind. Fear that his father might one day forget his mother. To Thomas, Abigail isn't just a memory, she's the glue that once held their family together. And now, every time he sees Chad look at another woman, that glue starts to crack. So, when he pushes Chad toward new love, it isn't rebellion, it's longing. A desperate attempt to believe that healing doesn't mean forgetting. He wants to see his father smile again, but not at the cost of his mother's place in their hearts. Chad, meanwhile, is trapped between guilt and gratitude. He sees the love behind Thomas's plan, but also the pain driving it. And as he fumbles through another heartbreak, one his own son accidentally caused, that guilt deepens. Soon, there will come a moment, maybe in the DiMera mansion, maybe at Abigail's grave, when father and son finally face the truth. They can't fix each other's pain. They can only learn to carry it together. Because in Salem, family doesn't always heal you. Sometimes, it's the very thing that keeps your wounds open. And now, the storm begins. When Salem teases a dating app disaster, you know it won't just be awkward, it'll be catastrophic. Imagine Chad walking into an elegant restaurant, nervous but hopeful. Candlelight flickers. Soft music plays. He scans the room, and freezes. Sitting at the table meant for his date, is Kat Green. The air turns to ice. Her eyes meet his, a mixture of guilt, defiance, and something dangerously close to love. No words, just silence, thick, electric, unbearable. That's one version of the disaster. But there's another, darker one. What if the woman he meets isn't Kat, but someone connected to a DiMera rival? What if this date is actually a trap, a setup meant to expose the family's secrets or exploit Chad's vulnerability? Because in Salem, love and danger are always two sides of the same coin. And when emotions mix with power, even a romantic dinner can end in ruin. By the time the truth comes out, Chad's name may be dragged through scandal once more. The DiMera empire, already cracking under old ghosts, could fracture completely. This isn't just a dating app gone wrong. It's fate reprogrammed, reminding Chad that no matter how many times he tries to start over, he's still haunted by the one woman he can't escape. And that's when disaster truly strikes. So, what do you think, Days of Our Lives fans? Is this the beginning of Chad's healing, or the start of his next heartbreak? Thomas meant well. He wanted to bring light back into his father's life. But maybe, in trying to play Cupid, he accidentally summoned the ghosts that never rest in Salem. Will Kat return to reclaim what she lost? Will Chad give in to that dangerous familiarity, or finally break free from the woman who's both his weakness and his mirror? And what will happen to Thomas when he realizes that his innocent plan might have caused more pain than peace? These are the questions that make Days unforgettable. Because here, love isn't simple. It's layered with guilt, loyalty, and secrets that refuse to die. So stay tuned, because this disaster may be just the first spark of a much bigger fire. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your theories below. Do you think Chad and Kat's story is truly over, or has fate swiped them together one last time? In Salem, one small choice, one tap on a phone, can change everything. And this time, Chad DiMera isn't just looking for love. He's walking straight into the ruins of his own heart.